Hey y'all, it's Miss Sidorian. I'm going to do a read aloud from Epic with you today. It's going to be part of your comparing plants and animals on your assignment for today. So follow along with me. This is a book on Epic, so you can go and read it on your own if you want to, and then you're going to respond to the text after you've also read about animals. During this, I may be putting my face out to the side, or I might be putting it right in the middle. But I just wanted you to be able to look at the book and listen to me read it as we go through it. So here we go. The title of the book is What is a Plant? There are many different kinds of plants. This looks like the Biltmore Gardens, if any of you have ever been there. Shows a bunch of different types of plants. Plants everywhere. Can you name one kind of plant? Did you say sunflower? Or maybe your answer is an oak tree. You might even think of a cactus. Guess what? You're right. A cactus grows where it is hot and dry. A sunflower, an oak tree, and a cactus do not look the same, but they're all plants. Let's look closer and see what the plants have in common. And ask questions right here. It says, do you know the types of trees that are in your neighborhood? I know I have Bradford pear and they stink. Ask an adult to take a walk with you. Take photos of the different trees you see. Look in books and online to see what kind of trees you found. Need help? A librarian can show you how to identify the trees in your photos. There's also an app for that. Okay, most plants have roots, stems, and leaves. Roots, stems, and leaves. All plants have three things in common. Plants are living things, but they can't move around. They make their own food. They grow and make new plants. Almost all plants have three basic parts: roots, stems, and leaves. And you can see it labeled in the chart over on the side, or the diagram, sorry. Tree trunks are big, stiff stems. Did you know that tree trunks are actually a stem? That's kind of weird to think about. Most roots grow down into the dirt. They absorb water from the dirt. Roots also help keep the plant steady in the ground. Stems carry water from the roots up to the leaves. Stems also carry food made by the leaves back to the rest of the plant. Some stems are hard and stiff, and other stems are green and can bend. I want you to think of like a flower or a weed that you find on the playground, how those are very flexible and they bend. Trees don't really bend. Leaves come in different colors, shapes, and sizes. I actually planted those exact plants in my garden. A plant needs many leaves to make its food. Leaves use water, air, and energy from the sunlight to make food for the plant. Now, that's going to be important for you to know for the assignment. If you want to read this part down here, the think part, you can pause it and read it. A seed has a tiny plant inside of it. So in this picture, there's a seedling, and then there's also an embryo, which is very similar to how animals and humans are born too. Growing new plants. Have you ever seen a seed? You've probably eaten a seed. An almond is a seed you can eat. Can you think of other kinds of seeds? Inside each seed is a tiny plant. The tiny plant is called an embryo. The seed will grow into a new plant if it has the things it needs. So we're talking about the needs of plants specifically. The roots of a plant can absorb water. A seed needs water, air, and sunlight to grow into a new plant. A plant grows roots to reach down into the dirt to get water. Ooh, it's thundering outside. A plant grows stems to reach up toward the sun. If you want to read the make a guess part, you can go ahead and pause the video here and read. The stems of plants grow toward the sun. I actually have seen that in my garden. If I remember, I'll go take a picture. I have a little indoor plant garden. I'll take a picture where they're growing towards the window. They're very smart. A plant grows leaves on its stems to get air and sunlight. Now the plant has water, air, and sunlight. Plants need all three things to grow. So those are three important things that plants need. Remember that. Growing your own plants will help you learn more about them. I do encourage you to do that. Grow and learn. Do you want to learn more about plants? Plant some seeds. In the summer, or right now is a perfect time when it's about to get warm, you can have a garden outside. In the winter, you can grow seeds in a pot indoors. Make sure your plants have what they need to grow. Do you remember what plants need to grow? Did you say water, air, and sunlight? Then you are on your way to being a plant expert, which means you'll have a green thumb. And then in the back of this book, this is one way that you know it is nonfiction because it has a glossary and an index. So that is some of those nonfiction text features we've talked about that will help you learn more about the text. And then there are also some different things, different books that suggest like growing new plants. Maybe I need to read that. Healing plants. So I see aloe vera on there, which we know helps with burns. So there's lots of interesting books that are linked. And next, I want you to go and read about the needs of animals, and you're going to compare it and contrast it. Then you're going to make a flip grid. So I have posted a studio here. This video is going to be inserted right here. You can click here to read about the needs of animals. And then if you scroll down, I have attached the link to the flip grid, and that's going to help you to talk with your friends about this, what we just did. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that everything is going well, and I miss y'all.